Hey there, welcome. I'm going to show you how to set up the bots that come with my team activity level link in your account. So the purpose of these bots is to allow me to let people that are in my downline opt in to the level of communication and support from me that they're going to be like most comfortable with. So I categorize it based on runner, walker, runner, jogger, walker. And the reason that I do that is I find that people very easily figure out like kind of what that means without me needing to use a lot of verbiage to explain, oh, this means you're working this much and in this way, and it's working into your life like this, and it's prioritized like that. Instead, people very accurately self-categorize themselves. And then what happens is I'm not overwhelming anybody. Nobody's feeling pressured. Those that want a lot of resources and support, I know that they're connected and they're not feeling like abandoned. It allows me to really tailor how I lead to the people who like how they want it. And I choose to do this rather than going based off of what line of my downline they are, because and there's other bots that work like that, and you can totally use those. For me, I don't personally care how much I'm getting paid on somebody. If they're in my downline, then all that I care about is how much they want to work and how fast they want to go. So, but I mean, to each their own. This is just my style. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to click the link so that it will open up those bots. It's going to ask, and see, this is a bot that is using a kind of a form of daisy chaining. So there's one starter bot, and then I've tailored my topics to trigger other bots that give them the appropriate response. That's because I want them added into a group based on their based on what option they select. And right now we don't have the option to add people to a group based on what topic they pick. It will give them like a topic tag, but it won't pre-sort them into a group, and I don't really want to go in and do it manually. So this is the workaround for that. It'll become even more streamlined, and it'll become just one bot when that changes. Hit yes. All right, so now we have these 4 bots in the account, and they're all paused. So the first thing we're going to do is set up our team bot. And we're going to use texting. And then here's the trigger word. I just have team. And then I don't have an action associated with this because I don't need, oh, yes I do. I do personally want to add them to a group. And I'm going to create the group all team. So this is so that if I've got something that's going to go to everybody, then I don't have to go send the same message to the runners, the joggers, and the walkers. Instead, I can just send it to the group all team, and that's that. So thereby, I'm also going to create a group that is runners and joggers, because there may often be times where something is relevant to those 2 groups, but not my walkers. All right. And then I don't really feel like it's necessary to have a jogger and walker co-group. So I'm going to skip that. All right, welcome to our team text line. This is where I'll make sure that you get the information, announcements, support, and resources that you need to build your business at the level and pace you want to work at. I've got a couple of questions for you. Let's get started. So you can tweak that welcome message however you'd like. And then the topics, we're going to leave that on. They say which of these options fits you best. A runner, I'm building my business. Building my business is a priority, and I have plenty of time to give it. Jogger, I'm actively building at a steady pace. Walker, I'm building at a slow but consistent pace. And then I let them know you can always reach out and adjust your selection in the future. So I have the topics here and then no response. And that's because I want it to trigger the other bot. I have final response turned off, auto mark done can be turned on. So let's save that. We'll preview, and this is what it will look like for them. All right, so that is just the first. Oh, look at, we can make it active right there. Woohoo, I didn't even realize. Okay, let's save that again. Save this step on the other panel. We're gonna go back to bots. Now we've got to fix our response bots. So when somebody selects runner or one, it will now add them to, we're going to create it, the runner group. All right. And this is my verbiage that they'll receive. They're only going to get a welcome message. We'll turn off the other things afterwards. Let me move that up here. You're in it to win it. You're all set and in the text group for runners. And next is where I'm going to tell them the information that I want to make sure they're plugged in. So I want them to make sure they're in 2 different Facebook groups and that they've completed my company's initial onboarding app program. So that is just kind of like the bare minimum. I'll get their information. And then I'm going to turn, oh, that's right. It won't be asking their information because they're not going to be able to get this bot without having gone through the first step. We're turning topics off, and then we're turning final response off because really that response acts like the final response. Auto mark done on, and that bot is ready to go. And we can make it active. I could have made it active before I saved it. Oops. All right, and we're going to do the same thing for the jogger. And that one is all set up and ready to go. The last one you'll do is the walker. Here, I'll just move that over here for the moment. See how quick that is? All right, and now all of your team activity level bots are set up and ready to go. I suggest you test. Why can I not make it through one video without that happening at least once? I suggest you test those bots with another Shout user or have a friend do it. But if you use Shout and they're texting you from their Shout number, then it's free. It doesn't use up your outbound messages. Okay, so if you need somebody to practice with, I would suggest you ask in the About Shout Facebook group if you don't already have somebody that you can kind of be a bot buddy with and test bots. All right, I hope that's helpful. Remember, if you don't have Shout and you want to start a free trial and get these bots, you can just click that link and it will get you all set up, okay?